Alright, hello. A little bit of a different video today. I just have no idea, honestly, what to do with Elden Ring content anymore. I've hit a builder's block, a builder's block, and Night Rain has kind of destroyed my brain. So I wanted to talk about stop killing games and like my thoughts on it, on all that shit. I don't have too much thoughts about it, but because it hasn't really like terribly affected me in any way, shape, or form just yet. Like I don't play very many video games. Like I guess I play a lot of video games, but I play a lot of games from studios that typically like I don't know better. I don't really play many EA games. I don't play very many Ubisoft games, something like that. Games are getting worse. That's for fucking sure. I just wanted to talk about a couple like instances of like really more like enshittification of video games and like some egregious examples of tactics that companies will use to get you to spend more money on them and that kind of thing. The first one I wanted to talk about was Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. Not the current apps you can download on the store, the old one. Me and my fiance spent like hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on Pokemon cards, specifically just to get more cards in that game because we love playing it. It was honestly so fun. All that game needed was some kind of like facelift or like the modern day. And then out of nowhere during like peak Pokemon card fever, they were like, hey, yeah, we're killing this game and you're all going to move over to Pokemon Trading Card Game Live and you're going to be happy about that. And you can take your cards with you. Spoiler, you could only take like the 3 or so newest sets with you. So all of my extremely rare cards that were very old were just deleted, gone, as soon as Pokemon Trading Card Game Online died. And Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, from what I remember from playing it, didn't have fucking trading. Or Pokemon Trading Card Game. You could only craft. Or buy packs and whatnot. It was just terrible. The UI was disgusting. For whatever reason, it made my phone hot, like really hot to play. And the avatars were just... I'm going to put one of the avatars on screen right now for you to like really take that in. What the fuck? I'm going to put my review on the screen from Google Play so you can see just how mad this app made me. Alright? Take a few seconds to take that in. Alright? They came out with a more recent one lately that's like better than Live. It's called Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. It didn't have battling at first, but at least it has trading. But you're not allowed to trade any card you want. In Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, I could like put up just a shitload of cards I didn't want that are useful for like meta decks and ask for like, hey, I want this gold Pokeball just because I want to like spruce up my deck, make it look prettier. I ran out of breath. Not one of my fucking videos without me running out of breath, huh? What was I fucking talking about? Yeah. Anyways, just what seemed to happen with the Pokemon Trading Card game was they purposely released a shit version of what we were already using, and then we're like, oh, okay, no, we'll fix it with this better app, but it's, you know, trading is locked down. You can only trade certain cards. You can't trade the newest set, and there's just a shitload of microtransactions. You're not allowed to. Oh yeah, you also can't trade packs. That was another thing. You could trade, like, I have 10 packs if you want to trade this for, you know, your super rare Charizard card. I think mine went for like 100 packs at one point. It was crazy. It was awesome. But yeah, you can't do that in the most recent version. Basically, they killed the old game to make more money off of already the most valuable IP on the planet. Another one I want to talk about that's doing, like, better than the rest of games is Halo. Like, you can obviously still go and load up your Halo disc, Combat Evolved disc, and play it just fine. You're not going to be able to play online, obviously. Same with Halo 2, but, like, Halo 3 is being, like, run by the community now. I think there's Operation Sunrise, and, like, Microsoft essentially supports them, but, you know, honest to God, it's a peer-to-peer game. How hard is it to run that server? Why'd it have to go down? It really can't be costing that much money. But yeah, for like Halo Infinite, from what I remember, if you have a physical disc, It is not the disc. Like, the game's not on the disc. You have to download the game from the internet. And all the servers run off of the Microsoft Azure cloud. So when Halo Infinite goes down, it's gone forever. We won't be able to get any of that game back. I'm a loser. I spent some money on an Infinite. Shocker, I wanted kitty ears. So yeah, when Infinite goes down, just that money I spent is gone forever. And like, you can boo-hoo, oh, well, you're dumb, you spent money on cosmetics in a video game. So what? Infinite was fun. I'm gonna give them that. They failed at producing content fast enough. Infinite was fun and was a good game. I know it's better nowadays, but I just can't go back to it. Another game, Anthem. I played through it once and then got fucking bored of it because there was nothing to do after the game was done. And they wanted like $60 for that game when it came out, and that was like 80 Canadian. So like that's a fair amount of money. Yeah, that game's going down, and you won't be able to play it again as of January 2026. And like, yeah, I'm not gonna go touch the game again, but if you're asking $80 fucking for a game, I think you should keep that game up. Maybe not indefinitely. That's a bit much to ask, but you know, 20, 30 years. Certainly, it can't be that hard to keep a server up. Like, a lot of my arguments are going to boil down to servers really can't cost that much to run. Another game, Mighty Doom. Now, this is a mobile game. You can't play it anymore because Bethesda/Microsoft wasn't making enough money off of it. But the game was so fun. Like, it was just a top-down little, like, I can't remember if it was a twin-stick shooter or not, but like, my fiance fucking loved it. And when it was announced that they were taking it offline, it was like a genuinely sad day. Yeah, overall, the issue I see with stop killing games is that games are really being built for investors first, company profit second, and then somewhere way at the like ass end of the chain, then it's built for consumers. You know, like, games are being built just good enough that you will buy them at some point. Like Pokemon, for example. My fiance and I played through Pokemon Scarlet and Violet recently. Holy hell, that was terrible. I am so glad I bought those copies like secondhand. If I bought those directly from like Best Buy or something, I would have asked for a refund. They were the worst Pokemon games I've ever played, and it's not because like, oh, it's not the game I played as a child. No, it's just they were objectively terrible games. They were full of fucking filler. The story was bad. I hated it. The only good part about the game was being able to see my fiance in game, and that didn't even really do much. It was fun to play with her, but the game itself was bad. While we probably can't resurrect the games that are now dead or are being built to die, we should probably demand from the corporate overlords that we will not be playing games or buy games from them if they're going to be dead in a couple of years. 5-10 years, you're taking down the $80 game, I don't want to fucking buy it. I will pirate your game. If it's available for me to do so, I will do it. If that's how you're going to be building your games, I will pirate them. So like, for instance, like I was talking about earlier, like P2P games really can't be that hard to keep a server online for, because I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but like Dark Souls, essentially the servers on From Software's or Bandai's, whatever, side of things is just to like keep a list of people, double check you're not cheating, and to like facilitate the actual connection. I'm not a server expert. I've never looked into it, but that's just what appears to me to be what's going on, right? So, you know, running something like Dark Souls 3 really can't cost that much. I'm gonna get into that later, but Souls games, from my opinion, are not solo experiences. You can disagree with me, whatever. But even if you're playing any of these games on your own, you're never truly alone. Other players' actions are going to influence how you play the game, right? And part of my issue with seamless co-op is that I don't see messages on the ground anymore. I don't see phantoms wandering around. I don't see bloodstains. It kind of sucks when I do play it seamless with anybody that we're not getting the whole Souls experience. So like if say they took down the Dark Souls 3 servers, I would not be compelled to play the game anymore because that's not Dark Souls 3 anymore. That's just some other Souls-like. The essence of Souls games really comes down to the asymmetrical multiplayer that occurs on the back end while you're playing the game, alone or with friends. So, I'm just saying, if you're a AAA studio and you can't afford to keep a game you released with online features or built it in a way that you don't have to keep up much of anything on your end, maybe you shouldn't pump out games. Like, this is not... If you're an indie studio, indie developer, you're different. I honest to God don't think you should be talked about with Stop Killing Games at all. And I'm talking like an actual indie developer, not like Baldur's Gate 3. While that's an indie dev, sure, they're like a AAA indie dev at this point, right? I'm talking about like, you know, your mom and pop 2 to 3 to 10 people working on a game, not hundreds. Anyways, what are your thoughts on this? I like to have a discussion about this. If you like this type of video, let me know. I'll talk about other topics. Anyways, goodbye.
3, 2, 1. Coming back with a shittier microphone because my microphone's not reconnecting, but I forgot to touch on why I think it shouldn't be too hard to have a server running. On my personal computer, I run a media server like 24/7 for my friends, and I'm going to be hosting a Minecraft server soon for them as well. Like a computer can do more than one thing at once, so I'm confused as to why companies will shut down servers that they've already bought and paid for and probably got a return on their investment for. Why they're shutting them down when like those servers can just be doing other things. Like for example, like Dark Souls 3 only has like 4,000, 5,000 people online at any given time nowadays. They don't need to have it at like peak capacity anymore because they have Elden Ring and Night Rain. So if my little shitty little i5 6600K can, you know, the little train that could and run a couple servers, then their, you know, big fat actual servers can stay online. You know, cost them couple $100 a month probably for sure, but they can stay online to keep the game up. That's what I don't understand. People are still buying these games all the time, even if they're not like entirely profitable. They should keep the server online or make a way officially to have people just run the game on their own with it like in totality, just P2P, no server bullshit. I forgot to add that into the video, so I was going in here at the end. Bye.